You need this much Polkadot to retire in 5 years. Working 9 to 5 every day is not necessarily a dream come true. For some people it is, but if you ask me, I would much rather spend the time with my family and friends, go fishing, or just create content for YouTube. Now, reaching the goal of becoming financially free can seem far-fetched. In most countries, you retire at an age when you're not really that fit to do all the things you've dreamt about doing. So the goal should be to retire when you're on top of your game, both physically and mentally. Crypto is probably one of the best opportunities our generation has at retiring early. In this video, we'll take a look at the Web 3.0 solution called Polkadot. Spend 10 minutes of this video and I can promise you the answer to the question of exactly how many DOT tokens you'll need to retire in only 5 years. Let's just say the results may surprise you. Alright, let's begin. Why Polkadot? After all, if you want to retire with this token, you need to understand the fundamentals of what it does and how it works. To illustrate what Polkadot does, imagine you are planning to visit Amsterdam for your summer holidays. You have booked the tickets, packed your clothes, prepared the itinerary, and are all set. But wait, you forgot the most important thing: money. You just can't use your native currency in Amsterdam as a medium of exchange. You need euros. Luckily, there's an entire foreign exchange system that helps you exchange your currency with another currency. Now, with the same example in mind, let us switch to the blockchain world. In the early days of crypto, there was only one blockchain, Bitcoin. But now, we are living in a multi-blockchain world. At present, we have different blockchains like Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, etc. There are also other layer 2 blockchain solutions like Polygon, Arbitrum, etc., which are faster and more efficient. Considering the diverse benefits offered by different blockchains, more and more investors are seeking to jump from one chain to another, to earn more, to save costs, to buy art, and more. Someone who has Ethereum tokens may wish to go onto blockchains that have lower transaction fees than Ethereum, like Solana, to purchase NFTs, or move to Polygon to play games, for example. In such a situation, it becomes important that different blockchains can communicate with each other and not work in isolation. Polkadot is a solution to this interoperability. It is a protocol that unites an entire network of purpose-built blockchains. So, what does Polkadot do exactly? Polkadot connects several blockchains together in a single network. Now you see, blockchains themselves are a network of computers, but a Polkadot is a network of these networks. Moreover, Polkadot is a sharded blockchain, and therefore it processes several transactions and exchanges data between different blockchains parallelly. Sharding basically refers to splitting up the blockchain into many different parts. Usually, every transaction needs to be processed through one single blockchain. In the sharding mechanism, however, the work is split among different parts of the same blockchain. If that sounds technical, let me illustrate this with an example. Imagine blockchain as a departmental store with a single checkout line. Every transaction needs to be processed through that one lousy checkout line, which makes it annoyingly slow. Sharding involves opening up multiple checkout lines. Therefore, transactions on the blockchain have more roads to travel down to be approved, which decreases the congestion. Polkadot enables scalability by processing multiple transactions parallel and by removing bottlenecks that occur when transactions are processed one by one. Both the interoperability and scalability are reasons why the DOT token could be considered for your retirement plan. Now, before we move on to the part on how to reach financial freedom with Polkadot, please hit the like button if you found this video valuable so far. Alright then, let's get into what you are really here for. How many DOT tokens do you need to retire in 5 years and live comfortably off for the rest of your life? If you've seen some of our other videos on how to retire with crypto, you know that we like to start this by estimating the cost of living. The cost of living varies significantly, and you're required to estimate your cost of living 5 years down the line. Assuming you want to retire in the US, the current cost of living is estimated at approximately $4,500 a month. So that's for this calculation, which is $54,000 for 1 year. The median inflation rate in the US for the last 30 years has been 2.4%. Considering 2.4% to be the inflation rate per year, the cost of living 5 years from now will be approximately $60,800. Secondly, the most important part of living off of passive income is a regular inflow of money from your investments. The DOT tokens can earn you staking rewards. The yield of rewards usually varies from time to time, but as we have seen for other mature cryptos, it generally settles at 5%. For this calculation, I've assumed that you will earn a 5% annual return on the value of your tokens. Ideally, this 5% should be sufficient enough to cover your cost of living every year. The third and final step is to estimate the price of the DOT token 5 years down the line. I'll admit it, this is hard. It's really hard, and definitely the most uncertain part of the calculation. Cryptocurrencies have been volatile in the past and probably will be so in the coming years as well, but we can do some pretty qualified estimates. Now that you understand the vision of Polkadot, we can estimate the price of Polkadot based on relative pricing. Ethereum can be considered for relative comparison. Both Ethereum and DOT tokens have no supply limit. Also, the utility of both the tokens is at the back end for supporting the blockchain. Therefore, ultimately, the economics of Ethereum and DOT is more or less similar. If we look at Ethereum, it currently has a market cap of $238 billion. Polkadot was created in 2020, and so evidently it is as mature as Ethereum, but considering its plans, I've assumed that it will reach the current maturity level of Ethereum in 5 years. In other words, with its existing supply of tokens, if Polkadot reaches the current market cap of Ethereum in 5 years, its value will be $241. Now, depending on your view, you could argue that this is a conservative estimate for two reasons. First, if Polkadot is successful, it will seriously outperform Ethereum, as it is supposed to become fundamental in connecting various blockchains, so its market cap might be much higher than the current market cap of Ether. Secondly, as more awareness is created around crypto, more people will participate, and the tokens of the projects that create value, like DOT, will outperform the others. But given all the moon boys going around in the crypto space, we think it makes more sense to be conservative. Therefore, I've estimated the value of the DOT token to be $241 in 5 years. Now, before I answer the big question, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our next explainer video on crypto. So, how many DOT tokens do you need to retire in 5 years? Considering our assumptions, the number of tokens required for you to live off of will be approximately 5,047 in 5 years, which is $49,814 in today's value. If you are interested in watching similar videos on how to achieve financial freedom through crypto, we have a whole playlist of videos on the topic. See you next time.